Hello, this is Anviti. Welcome to the news with NDTV. It's Friday, September 12th, and coming up in today's episode. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Manipur for the first time since 2023 violence, while Rahul Gandhi questions the timing. Ahead of crucial elections, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's liquor ban faces pushback from both allies and rivals. Indian man beheaded in Dallas by motel employee in front of wife and son. Spotlight on Nepal's ex-Chief Justice and possible future Prime Minister Sushila Karki's as husband's 1973 plane hijack resurfaces. Rahul Gandhi, leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha, welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's upcoming visit to Manipur. However, he did mention that the state's crisis has been ongoing for a long time. Speaking with reporters in Gujarat on Friday, Mr. Gandhi said that while Prime Minister's presence in the conflict-hit state is overdue, the country currently faces a bigger concern, what he called vote chori or vote theft. It has been a rallying cry of the Congress and allied parties of the India bloc in their campaigns ahead of the Bihar election. Quote, "The situation in Manipur has been troubling for a while. It's quite good that he's going now, but the main issue the country facing today is vote chori." Mr. Gandhi also repeated allegations that elections were stolen in many states. Quote, "They stole the elections in Haryana and Maharashtra. We recently proved it in Karnataka. People everywhere are raising slogans of vote chori," he said, referring to the Congress's claims of irregularities in the past polls. None of them have been substantiated so far. Election Commission and the ruling party denies all allegations. His comments come a day before Prime Minister Narendra Modi's scheduled visit to Manipur, the first since the ethnic violence broke out in the state in May of 2023. Over 260 people were killed and thousands displaced in clashes between the Meitei and Kuki-Zo communities. According to Manipur Chief Secretary Puneet Kumar Goel, the Prime Minister will arrive in Churachandrapur district around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday. There he will meet displaced families and lay foundation stones for infrastructure projects worth rupees 7,300 crore and speak at the Peace Ground. Later in the day, Prime Minister Modi is expected to travel to Imphal, where he will inaugurate additional projects valued at rupees 1,200 crore. Mr. Goel said that Prime Minister's visit is aimed at restoring normalcy and growth in the region. Quote, "We urge people across the state to join the program and welcome the Prime Minister. The choice of Churachandrapur is significant as it was one of the worst affected areas during the violence." The visit also includes stops in Mizoram, where the Prime Minister will inaugurate the Bairabi-Sairang railway line. Criticism from the opposition has continued. Manipur Congress President Kesham Megha Chandra told news agency PTI that the visit was merely symbolic, adding that those affected by the conflict expected a roadmap for peace and rehabilitation. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's long-standing prohibition policy, once seen as a political strength, which drew many women voters especially, to his side, is now facing criticism, increasingly not just from opposition but from within his own alliance. Former Chief Minister and NDA ally Jitan Ram Manjhi has called for a major rethink on the alcohol ban. Speaking to the media, Manjhi said, and I'm quoting, "Police nab people who are drinking in small quantities. There should be a campaign against those making thousands of liters of liquor and smuggling them." He also claimed that prohibition officers are going after the poor while ignoring larger networks involved in illegal liquor trade. Mr. Manjhi, who heads the Hindustan Awam Morcha Secular, has demanded that cases filed against individuals caught with small quantities of liquor should be withdrawn ahead of the upcoming election. He reminded reporters that Nitish Kumar himself had once suggested that people caught carrying limited amounts should not be arrested. The relationship between Mr. Kumar and Mr. Manjhi has seen dramatic turns over the years. After the JDU's poor performance in the 2014 general elections, Mr. Kumar had stepped down and made Mr. Manji the chief minister. But when Mr. Kumar tried to reclaim the post less than a year later, Mr. Manji simply refused to vacate. He was eventually removed from the party, the JDU, and later formed his own party, only to rejoin forces with Mr. Kumar under the NDA banner. Bihar politics is an ever-evolving organism. Mr. Manji's remarks could put Nitish Kumar in a tough spot ahead of the state elections, especially as more voices within and outside the NDA are raising concerns about the prohibition law that has been there for nearly a decade now. Leader of the opposition in Bihar Assembly, Tejashvi Yadav, has previously stated that the policy has turned into a tool for police exploitation. Quote, "This law has become an instrument in the hands of the police to exploit the underdogs economically and mentally. 99% of those arrested are Dalit, tribal, and OBCs," he had claimed in April this year. Poll strategist turned politician Prashant Kishore, who's now leading the Jan Suraj, has also spoken against the policy and said that if we are in power, we will remove prohibition within 1 hour. Even Chirag Paswan, another NDA ally and leader of the Lok Janshakti Party, Ram Vilas, questioned the ban, saying that toddy, a naturally fermented drink, should not be considered liquor. Deputy Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary has said that when the law was brought in, BJP was not a part of the government, placing the responsibility entirely on JDU and RJD. So let's see what role prohibition plays in the upcoming Bihar Assembly elections. An Indian man from Karnataka was brutally beheaded by a Cuban immigrant at a motel in Dallas, Texas. 50-year-old Chandra Nagamalaya, who managed the Downtown Suites motel on Samuel Boulevard, east of downtown, was repeatedly assaulted with a machete by Jordanes Cobos Martinez, 37, who has a violent criminal history and was recently released from custody. In CCTV footage that has gone viral, the killer can be seen chasing the motel owner with a machete in the corridors of the motel. Nagamalaya's screams alerted his wife and his 18-year-old son, who tried to intervene several times, but Cobos Martinez pushed them away and continued the assault. He had a machete in hand. At one point, the 18-year-old son, brought in a baseball bat, but by that time, the father had seemed to gone still. He had been stabbed multiple points at that point. Cobos Martinez then took out something from Mr. Nagamalaya's pockets before again resuming the frenzied attack. Then the victim's severed head rolls out. The drastic, horrifying CCTV footage shows how when the head rolls away from the body, the victim's wife, wailing loudly, tries to stop the culprit, and he's seen advancing menacingly towards her. At this point, Nagamalaya's son drags his mother away from the grisly scene. Footage from another angle shows the killer kicking the severed head like a football, walking towards it, picking it up and taking it to the dumpster. He casually walks out while the fire department and emergency services are rolling into the compound. Cobos Martinez, who has a criminal record in Houston, including arrest for auto theft and assault, has been arrested now and is being held without bond. If convicted, he could face life imprisonment without parole or the death penalty. An arrest document released by the police on Thursday revealed that Cobos Martinez was involved in an argument on Wednesday morning with the victim. A witness told the police that she was cleaning a room with Cobos Martinez when Nagamalaaya came and told them not to use the washing machine as it was broken. The witness said Cobos Martinez became upset with Nagamalaaya for having her translate the communication instead of speaking to Cobos Martinez directly. He then took out a machete and started chasing Nagamalaaya. Another witness told CBS Texas that the accused man chased the victim from room 108 all the way to the office. The man was trying to get away to the office to tell his family. The police said that after beheading Nagamalaaya, the suspect then kicked his head twice into the parking lot and proceeded to pick it up and carry it to the dumpster and put it inside. As Cobos Martinez walked away from the scene, a Dallas fire rescue truck was arriving at the spot, and the personnel saw Cobos Martinez still carrying the machete covered in blood. The DFR unit followed Cobos Martinez until police officers were able to take him into custody. In Nepal, former Chief Justice Sushila Karki, widely seen as a strong contender for interim Prime Minister, has come under public scrutiny following renewed interest in her husband's involvement in the country's first plane hijacking over 5 decades ago. Mr. Karki is married to Durga Prasad Subedi, a former youth leader of Nepali Congress. According to reports, the couple met while studying at Banaras Hindu University in Varanasi of India. On June 10, 1973, Mr. Subedi was reportedly one of the three men involved in the hijacking of a Royal Nepal Airlines flight. The aircraft was carrying around $400,000 belonging to the Nepali State Bank. Hindi film actress Mala Sinha was among the passengers on board. According to a report in the New York Times published on June 11, 1973, the hijackers boarded the domestic flight as regular passengers. Once airborne, they allegedly drew a weapon and instructed the pilot to divert the plane to Phobsganj in Bihar, India. An official from the Nepalese embassy told the newspaper at that time that the men got in as passengers, and when the plane took off, they showed the pilot a gun and then they said that they wanted to go to Phobsganj. No passenger or crew were, however, harmed in this hijacking attempt. The operation was reportedly coordinated by Girija Prasad Koirala, who would later serve as Nepal's prime minister 4 times to fund an armed democratic movement against the absolute monarchy again under King Mahendra. Former UN ambassador Dinesh Bhattarani told Reuters in 2014 that the money was meant to support the fight for democracy launched by his party against the absolute monarchy. Once the plane landed in Phobsganj, 5 more individuals joined the hijackers. They offloaded 3 more boxes of cash, allowed the aircraft to continue its journey with the rest of the passengers. Among those allegedly waiting at the landing site was Sushil Koirala, another future prime minister, who served a 3-year sentence in Indian prisons for his involvement. Most of the hijackers, including Mr. Subedi, were arrested within a year by Indian authorities. They reportedly served 2 years in prison before being released on bail. Mr. Subedi is said to have returned to Nepal shortly before the country's 1980 referendum on political reforms. That's all for today. You are listening to the news with NDTV, your daily newspaper and TV bulletin wrapped in a compact podcast. If you want to catch up with the day's events in a hurry, do remember to subscribe to the News with NDTV on Apple, Spotify, and the NDTV News app. This is your host Anvati signing off.